What on earth is the Tampa Bay real estate market doing right now in 2024? Let's go take a look. Before we get too far, I'm Kaitlyn. I'm a real estate agent right here in the Tampa Bay area, and I love helping you and especially your fur babies find the homes and yards of their dreams. Give me a call if you want any information about what I do to help, what else I offer for the community, and if you have any questions about this market report or want to see what that looks like for you and your situation, whether you're ready to buy or sell, both, or invest, whatever the case may be. Okay, so here we have the January 2024 statistics. Now, as you know, we are in February, but it takes some time to gather all of the statistics and the data and put it all together in this nice little graph and everything. This is actually done by Stellar MLS, which is the MLS that covers the majority of the state of Florida, about 20-something counties here in most of Central Florida, kind of obviously all of the Tampa Bay area here, quite a bit further south towards Naples, and then quite a bit further north towards Ocala and that area, and then kind of straight almost across the state that way. So again, this is all put together by Stellar MLS. These statistics all are formed and brought to us from all of what Stellar MLS covers. So we will get a little bit more nitty gritty in a couple minutes, actually, but we're going to go over these statistics, or these more general statistics right now. So for active listings, we are actually up in January from December, and we're actually up from January of 2023, which is a really great sign as well for our market. Next, we have new listings, which is up 57%, that's a lot, truthfully, up quite a bit. That's, obviously, about 2 times as much, which is, again, a really, really great sign for our economy. And, the concerns that a lot of people had with those interest rates and all of that, these new listings coming on in January, being double what they were in December and still 20% more than what they were in January of 2023 is a really, really great sign. Now, our pending sales also are up, which is great, up about 39%, which, is a very big number as well. But our listings sold are down a little bit from December. A lot of that might still just be kind of that lag from the holidays and everything. So we'll just kind of keep an eye on that. I mean, it's only down about 18%, but we are up in listings sold from last January. So again, that's a good sign, year over year. Now, if we come down to the next column here, our average days on market is the first one here, the ADOM. For January 2024, our average days on market is 54. Now, again, this is for, a lot of counties here in the state of Florida. So here in the Tampa Bay area, we do look a little bit different. Again, we'll take a look at that in a minute. And that is up 13% from December and up 20% from January of last year, which is not good, generally at least. Your house being on the market for 54 days before going under contract and everything is a lot. That's almost 2 months that it's on the market before getting anything. So, that is something that we need to look at and really make sure we evaluate, even against, these listings coming up and everything and the pending sales and all of that being up, but just the time that everything's been on the market is a little higher, and that's all that we're looking at on that end. Now, our total sales volume for January of 2024 is 4.7 billion, which is actually down about 20% from December, which I remember December was also down a little bit. I mean, a very little bit, but down from November, so that's kind of showing a little bit of a downward trend. Again, there's so many factors that go into play here that I wouldn't worry too much about it, especially because also if you look, we are up 10% from January of 2023. So again, the year over year is a good sign, though it is just a little bit down from December. Now, if we move along to average sales price, this is the one that is, I think, probably the most telling when it comes to like affordable housing and first-time home buyers and everything. This is the one to really, try to watch. Our average sales price has gone down about 2% for January versus December. So January, you see it was 456,537, while in December it was 467,548. It's a very, very small difference, but there is a difference. Now we are up year over year from January to January. So, it might just be a little dip. We'll just kind of see how that looks as things go along. And then our last one here is months of inventory. For January of 2024, we are at 5.4 months of inventory, where we were at 4.1 in December and 4.3 in January. So both year over year and month to month, we are up, which is a little more concerning when it comes to at least wanting to have your house sell immediately. Now, again, for buyers, it's a little more of a great thing because you got a little more selection and, you don't have to rush into a decision or anything like that. So that's what these statistics look like. Again, this is for a lot of the state of Florida. We're going to go now and look at a little more granular here in Hillsborough County, which is the Tampa Bay area. So now we have moved over to our more granular information here. We are looking at just the past 12 months. We are looking in Florida and Hillsborough County. This pulls us about 19,000 listings. We are just looking at residential home sales, not land, not commercial, not rentals. All that is specifically excluded. As we came to the summer, our days to sell came down quite a bit, and then it popped back up and everything, but we hadn't had a whole lot. Now, again, in February, ignore those numbers for now because things change. We're only not even quite to the middle of February, so things are likely to change, and those numbers may vary greatly once we get all the info in, which will be actually a couple days into March. So, but if we look at January, things are sitting on the market again, still a little bit longer. 31 days in January at an average sales price of $465,000, which, we're right there with the rest of the state pretty much, though our days to sell are quite a bit lower still at this point, which is great for us as sellers. On the buying side, obviously, it's still not quite as great, but it's still not, again, where things are flying off the shelves in like a day or two or whatever. So, things are looking okay. We're getting closer to where we were back in 2018 and 2019 before everything went crazy. We're just kind of seeing a little bit more of that when it comes to, your home sitting or a home sitting on the market for that kind of time frame and everything. So, it's not a concerning thing at this point, at least here in the Tampa area. Again, our average sales prices are quite a bit higher than they were, back in 2018 and 2019. But otherwise, our days to sell are looking a little more like that and everything. So that's really good here for the Tampa Bay area, that we aren't quite as high when it comes to days to sell as the rest of the state is. So keep that in mind. Again, if you want to chat about what these statistics may mean and look like specifically for your situation, let's have a chat. You can schedule at the link in my description down below. And as always, make sure to subscribe to this channel for everything Tampa for you and your fur babies. And check out all of my other market reports right here at this playlist.